The Beagle is a breed of small to medium-sized dog, a member of the hound group. It is similar in appearance to the foxhound, but smaller, with shorter legs and longer, softer ears. Beagles are scent hounds, developed primarily for tracking rabbit and other game. They have a keen sense of smell and tracking instinct that sees them employed as detection dogs for prohibited agricultural imports and foodstuffs in quarantine around the world, and are popular as pets because of their size, even temper, and lack of inherited health problems. Although Beagle-type dogs have existed for over 2,000 years, the modern breed was developed in Great Britain around 1830 from several breeds, including the Talbot Hound, the North Country Beagle, the Southern Hound, and possibly the Harrier. Queen Elizabeth I kept a breed known as a pocket beagle, which stood 8 to 9 inches at the shoulder. Small enough to fit into a pocket or a saddlebag, they rode along on the hunt. The larger hounds would run the prey to the ground. Then the hunters would release the small dogs to continue the chase through the underbrush. Elizabeth I referred to the dogs as her singing beagles and often entertained guests at her royal table by letting her pocket beagles cavort amid the plates and cups. Since the days of Elizabeth, beagles have been depicted in popular culture, in literature, and paintings, and more recently in film, television, and comic books. Snoopy, of the comic strip Peanuts, has been promoted as the world's most famous beagle. The beagle has an even temper and gentle disposition, described in several breed standards as merry. Some people even claim that beagles will smile when happy. They enjoy company and are very loving dogs. They are great with children as well as other dogs and pets. Beagles never tire of giving affection. Their sweet, good nature makes them one of the top breed choices for a family pet. These dogs love their master so much that they can sometimes suffer from separation anxiety when a member of the family leaves the home for more than just a few minutes. You'd be hard-pressed to find a more giving, loving, gentle-natured breed of dog. They are happy-go-lucky dogs, always wagging their tails, ready to make friends with whomever they meet. Proper breeding ensures the almost total lack of aggression in the Beagle breed and the easygoing nature that allows them to be great around kids, who will jump on them and pull on their ears and tail. Unfortunately for the Beagle, these amicable traits have led to it being used in animal testing. In fact, for the same reasons that Beagles are chosen most often to be a household pet, they are also chosen more often than any other breed for testing purposes. Animal rights groups and other journalists have infiltrated testing and breeding facilities and have reported on the cruel treatment of beagles before and during experimental procedures. Reports and videos claim that facility personnel beat the dogs, punching them and kicking them, screaming at the dogs, depriving the dogs of food and water. This is what goes on in the laboratories of a large tobacco company. Rows of beagle dogs, trussed up and masked, and each compelled to smoke up to 30 cigarettes a day. Smoking is not their pleasure. It is their misery. But the chain-smoking beagles have to puff away relentlessly. As the stubs burn out, new cigarettes are promptly inserted by lab assistants in the grotesque smoking masks attached to these unhappy animals. Some of the dogs go on smoking for up to 3 years. Then they are killed and sent to pathology libraries to be cut up and examined for signs of cancer, liver, or heart diseases, or other possible effects. All, of course, in the name of research. In this case, research into the human pastime known as smoking. The eyewitness who took these pictures claims some of the beagles make muffled whines and cries behind their masks. One difficult dog, Buster, had to have an attendant with him at all times, and once he saw 2 attendants restraining him, while one smacked him with a plastic ruler every time he got restless. Testing beagles live their entire lives in a cage. They have never stepped foot in grass, nor have they ever breathed the fresh air of the outside world, unless, of course, they are being transported from other testing facilities. Other horrors can be found, like in this Ohio facility that is testing the effects of OxyContin on beagles, where beagles are given OxyContin for months at a time, and then are given what is called the 50-50 test, in which lethal doses of the drugs are given. The test gets its name due to the fact that 50% of the beagles who are given the test die from an overdose. In this video provided by PETA, we can see as a group of beagles are injected with the drug day after day. As you can see, the conditions in which these animals live aren't exactly the way you'd expect such a gentle-natured creature would spend its life. Then, for the first time in their lives, they are removed from their cages. You can see the joy on their faces as they wag their tails, only to be wheeled into a room and given their lethal dose of OxyContin, a drug that requires no further testing to know that not only is it addictive, but also lethal. What's worse is perhaps the best treatment that these beagles see in this film ever received was a quick death.
They want to be held real tight. Sometimes the dogs do better. Don't hold them very hard.
Sometimes, see, this is, yeah, we'll have to have you get the butt on this one. Yeah, sometimes they get just a little bit like this guy, and they'll either get real excited or they'll calm right down. You have a big vein there, it's easy to see.
Although European companies have banned the use of testing on beagles for cosmetic products, the United States still tests over 64,000 beagles a year just for cosmetic products alone, with an additional 67,000 beagles being used each year for other tests. That's over 131,000 beagles per year in the USA alone. Here's a list of some of the 600 companies that test on beagles.
Tears are filling up their glasses. No expression, no expression. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow.
For most people, the information contained in this video is very upsetting, and the video was made to ask the question, what can I do to help? And there are several ways that you can help. Number one is to pass this video along to others. Share it with your friends on your Facebook page. For making people aware is the first step to fighting this problem. As the old saying goes, the people united can never be defeated. Number two, boycott the products that test on beagles. Number three, donate money to Beagle Rescue Leagues. These nonprofit organizations rescue beagles from test labs every day and nurse the dogs back to health and help them find good homes. And the best thing that you can do is to love your dog, be it a beagle or some other breed. Spend time with him or her. Go for a walk. Your dog will love it, and so will you.
Tell me what's my lesson. Look right through me, look right through